everyone, Daniel here. Behind me is West Ruislip Station. In front of me are the HS2 works here at West Ruislip. But that's not what we're here to see today. See, West Ruislip is the westernmost terminus of the Central Line, a line which is notoriously hot on warm days. See, today is a warm day, so I'm going to be testing how warm is it really on the Central Line. So here's the plan. I'm going to be getting this train all the way to Bond Street, where I'll then change to the Elizabeth Line to get to Ealing Broadway. Then I will get out at Ealing Broadway, change back to the Central Line to go as far as North Acton, then walk to Acton Main Line, take Elizabeth Line back to Bond Street, and then take the Central Line all the way around the Hainault Loop and to Epping. And we're off. I forgot to mention that I have a thermometer with me. This is £4 off Amazon, which I'll be using to do the readings. I'll be taking 3 readings above ground and 3 readings below ground, and then comparing that with the forecast temperature outside. Let's go. You lot be like, say the line, TFL3, say the line. Let's go. I've arrived at Northolt. I reckon it's time to take my first reading, and 29.8 degrees Celsius, almost 30. So yeah, that is definitely very hot. Something to note is that all these trains don't have aircon. They do have increased air ventilation systems apparently, so they're probably a bit cooler than they used to be. Still, apparently not that much cooler. Oh yeah, we're leaving East Acton now. I should probably take my next reading. 30.5 degrees Celsius. That's what it's currently risen to. So yeah, next reading should be underground. No, I'm underground. I should probably take my sunglasses off. So before I get out of Bond Street, I think I should do one more reading of 31.5 degrees Celsius. I don't know why I need to say Celsius, because the only thing that shows is Celsius. And also, Celsius is superior to Fahrenheit. Write me in the comments if you want. In case I haven't answered this question yet, I'm going back to Ealing Broadway because I want to go on all of the Central Line in this video. However, I'm using the Elizabeth Line because it's quicker. It always amazes me that the interchange platforms are so long that there's benches halfway through. Like, there's nothing here, there's just a tunnel. There's a bench just in case you're that tired. I'm not going to film this bit because you didn't come here for the Elizabeth Line, so I'll see you at Ealing Broadway. And we've made it to Ealing Broadway. Being on the Elizabeth Line was so cool that it's made my thermometer go all the way down to 25 degrees Celsius. That's pretty cool. Enough of being cool. Let's get back on the Central Line as far as North Acton, then walk to Acton Main Line to get back to Bond Street. Let's go. And we have made it to North Acton. So a short walk to Acton Main Line is next, and then I'll see you back at Bond Street for more Central Line. We are back at Bond Street, and from here on out it is Central Line only. To explain the plan, we will be heading on the first train out, either around the Hainault Loop or straight past it up to Epping, then going back on ourselves the other way, as opposed to whichever way we take up, and then ending the challenge probably at Leytonstone. Let's go. Okay, so there's been some minor delays on the Central, and the platform at Bond Street is very crowded. So I think I'm going to get a later train, and then I'm going to be going via Hainault. I'm going to change at Hainault. Yeah, you can see why I didn't get on that train. Top tip for tube enthusiasts. If your train is busy, get off, wait for the next one. Chances are it will be significantly less busy. Also, it's literally just pulling in, so it's usually like a minute late in the central core anyway. See, way less busy. So we pulled into Bank, and I haven't checked the thermometer in a while. 32.2 degrees Celsius. That's our second underground reading. For our final underground reading, we are 32.9 degrees Celsius. Let's go. We are now back overground, going around the Hainault loop next, changing at Hainault, going up to Epping, and then going back down to Leytonstone, where this video will end. Still, the closest you can get to visiting the St. Petersburg or Moscow metros without actually having to go to Russia, which is problematic at the moment. Also, fun fact, the Russian word for station, I believe, is Vokzal, which is based off of Vauxhall Station in South London. Next up, Hainault, we are definitely in outer London at this point, and just ignore the whole inconsistency with whether or not I'm wearing sunglasses. I've been changing it up all day, depending on whether I'm outside or not. So I have made it to Hainault. Here, I'll change for a train to Woodford, and there, I'll change for a train to Epping, go back on myself, and then go down through Woodford, South Woodford and Snaresbrook, and then finish the video at Leytonstone. Let's go. We are pulling into Roding Valley, the least used station on London Underground. This section of track is almost certainly the least served but still regularly served piece of track on the London Underground, excluding stuff like Kensington Olympia, which obviously isn't regularly served. Next up, Woodford. One more thing that we have to do is get our final temperature reading, which is 32.5 degrees Celsius. So now we can take the averages of those and find out how hot the central line really is inside and outside. Oh, hang on, it's changed to 32.6 degrees Celsius. I'll use the original one. And we have made it to Woodford. So it appears that my solo video on the central line has been crashed.
Hi. Hi.
We are about to go under the M25 before we get to Epping. There we go. Had a look, stand up as ever. And we've now made it to Epping. So our final move is to go down through South Woodford and Snaresbrook before finishing the video at Leytonstone.
The next station is South Woodford.
And we've made it to Leytonstone. These two did absolutely nothing.
Oi.
Oi! And that means that I have now gone through every station on the central line.
So, as we can see, above ground, the average temperature was 30.9 degrees Celsius, while underground, the average temperature was 32.2 degrees Celsius. This makes for a total average of 31.6 degrees Celsius on the central line. With the weather outside being forecast as around 23 to 25 degrees Celsius, we can see that the central line is on average about 4 to 6 degrees hotter. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more. And now, we are getting out of Leytonstone.